Red alert! Red alert! Red alert! Attention to all automotive sales and marketing individuals. Please read this newsletter closely. Okay. Trust me, we need to talk urgently about the buoyant situations concerning the car industry. It may be a game changer in your profession as vehicles sales and marketing professionals. Believe it or not, it does greatly affect the livelihood of ourselves, the car industry, and the nation. Period. Honestly, it's the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Don't believe. Just continue reading and you will agree with me more than 100%. Alright. One moment please. Just before going forward, let's do pit stop here. To preview the salient point of this news, it's necessary to briefly highlight certain issues. Agree. In short, the positive viewpoint for vehicles is due to the strong total industry volume. This is followed up by the robust deliveries and new bookings. Not only that, but the upbeat situation is helped by the rollout of new models and quick delivery of selected models. Plus the easing of parts shortages. That said, let's dive headlong into the deep end of this week's bulletin. Shall we? Thanks. Flash news, optimistic outlook for auto sector. Pedaling Jaya. The outlook for Malaysia's automotive industry remains positive, with the sector expected to register strong total industry volume (TIV) numbers for 2022 to 2023, buoyed by robust deliveries and new bookings. Despite the absence of tax waiver, demand for car in Malaysia remains strong as automakers continue to roll out new models to woo consumers. Kenanga Research, which maintained its overweight rating for the sector, raised its TIV projection to 680,000 units from its earlier forecast of 650,000 units for 2022. For 2023, its new TIV projection stood at 690,000 units, compared with 660,000 units previously. Hong Leong Investment Bank, HLIB Research, on the other hand, raised its 2022 TIV target to 700,000 units, which is a record high for the sector before moderating in 2023. HLIB Research remained neutral on the sector, citing the accelerated sales in 2022 might lower down sales expectation into 2023. The official TIV forecast by the Malaysian Automotive Association (MA) was 630,000 units for 2022 and 636,000 units for 2023. Data from MAA showed TIV for October 2022 stood at 61,002 units, a decline of 10% month-on-month (MOM) from 67,698 units sold in September 2022 and down 6% year-on-year (YOY) from 64,762 units sold in October 2021. For the first 10 months of 2022, TIV rose about 6% YOY to 577,900. Kenanga Research said the October 2022 TIV came in above its expectation at 89% of its full-year forecast as the delivery of selected models, namely, Perodua and Toyota, picked up momentum on the easing of parts shortages. Nonetheless, the production of most other models remained suboptimum as the shortages of chips and components persistence on continued disruptions to the supply chain due to intermittent lockdowns in China. Having said that, the October 2022 TIV already surpassed that of October 2019, pre-pandemic, by 13%, it said in a report. An encouraging sign to note is that despite the strong TIV in October 2022, the industry order backlogs remained unchanged at 350,000 units, indicating strong new bookings despite the absence of any tax waiver. Kenanga Research's sector top picks are MBM Resources BHD, given the company's market leader of position in national markets, and Burma's Auto BHD Auto for its positioning in the premium mid-market segment. It pegged its target prices at RM 4.45 for MBM Resources and RM 2.30 for B Auto. Meanwhile, HLIB Research's sector top picks included MBM Resources and B Auto as well as DRB Hicom BHD. We advise investors to accumulate MBM Resources and DRB Hicom, as we expect the national original equipment manufacturers (OEMs) to triumph over the longer term with potential growth from new export markets. We also like B Auto for its strong balance sheet with high order backlogs lasting for more than 6 months, it added. HLIB Research pegged its target prices at RM5 for MBM Resources, ERM 2.05 for Botto and RM 2.06 for DRB Hicom. We now expect TIV to achieve 700,000 units for 2022, given the high order deliveries in the coming months as OEMs accelerate production and imports to fulfill the huge order backlogs and reduce the waiting period, it said. To sum up succinctly, regarding the news of the positive viewpoint for the vehicles market segment, here are some things that deserve repeating. Okay. Without sounding like a parrot, please do reconsider the seriousness of this news. Say what you like, the vehicles industry plays a vital role in the country, for the fact is the lifeblood of the nation. True or not? To sum up in a nutshell this newsletter, it is important to recap some vital points. In essence, the positive atmosphere for vehicles is caused by the huge total vehicles industry volume. This is followed up by the robust deliveries and new bookings of new cars. Don't forget the positive vehicle situation is aided by the production of new models and fast delivery of selected models, including the relief of parts scarcity. At this juncture, we must examine our hearts. What can we do to mitigate the car sector? My honest advice is to work harder to sell more and better vehicles. Are you games? I am sure you are. My parting words to you is best said by E.B. White. He was an American writer. He was the author of several highly popular books. He says, everything in life is somewhere else, and you get there in a car. End of quote. Source, extracted and modified from Open Printed Media. P.S. Although this is a lengthy sales and marketing automotive newsletter, yet we want to congratulate you for watching and reading this bulletin completely. Since you already read this news, therefore, you now deserve more forthcoming weekly free chapters of the book, How to Apply Sales After Sales Tips and Techniques for Greater Selling Success. Plus, we are eager to know which part of this sales and marketing automotive newsletter you learned most. Your feedbacks would help each other be more proficient and more professional. Remember, these sharings will continue in YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and of course in our author, trainer and consultant's email, josephsung@gmail.com. Upon request. Alright, thank you. We hope to meet you again next week. Goodbye and best wishes. From me, yours truly, Madam Sophia, the virtual presenter to CTM Joseph, the 2nd of December 2022.